Rick Upchurch, ex-NFL football player, master, all-pro, 2 all-decade teams, rarely been done. There comes in life when you meet certain people that you get along with, that you're on the same wavelength, that have honor, integrity, truth. This is my brother for 43 years. We have maintained our friendship since the first day I saw him, way back in the 70s. We share thoughts, we share ideas, we share God, Lord Jesus. That's just how we are. We want to do the right thing. And I listen to him, he listens to me. This is the man that is responsible for saying, Dr. V, come on, brother. I'm going to take you up. I want you to hear something. My first presentation on CBD oil. What is the CBD oil meant for you in your life? And you can expound however you want.
Sure, Dr. V. Thank you so very much. It's an honor to be here with you. You know that. And like you said, I've been with you for over 40 years. And, you know, the natural way of taking care of your body is truly the right way to take care of your body. I was raised by my grandparents on a farm, so everything that we did was natural. And so my body was used to taking natural things in it. And so, you know, while I was playing, you know, the game of football, you're going to get injured, you're going to get beat up, this is just something that's going to happen. You know, it's a violent game. And I've been playing football basically all my life. I used to play in my yard. You know, I played junior high school, elementary, I played high school, I played college, played junior college, and then played professionally. So you can just imagine 22 years, Nelson. You know better than anybody. 22 years of just getting beat up and having a mark on your back. See, that's the thing about me. And Nelson, you know I had a mark on my back, so people were trying to hurt me. And so as you get into the pros, now the rules aren't what they are today. It was, you know, Roman days, down with these guys, you know, take the head off.
Especially wide receiver, running back, like you know, punt returner.
Punt returner, going across the middle.
Yeah. Ooh.
You know, there's pain inflicted. And people say, oh, you got hit. No, it was a collision, you know. That means things are moving. So, you know, working with you, Otis Armstrong introduced me to you. And Otis told me, he says, Rick, you will not last in this game unless you do what I'm telling you to do. You're coming with me and you're going to see Dr. Vetanze. Okay?
1970.
1974
or 5?
76.
76?
1976. And so when I started seeing you and you corrected some things, hamstrings, everything started getting better. But the other thing was this, is that at that time in the National Football League, opiates were the thing.
Even then.
Cocaine was the thing. One was to get you up and the other one was to bring you down. And so when you were in pain, you did both. You either went up so that you could get ready for the games and you could avoid the pain, or you would have to come down so that you go to sleep because of the pain. So those drugs were available to us. As a matter of fact, sometimes for the pain, you know, you had Percocets and Darvocets and those type of things that you could walk over and you could get those things and they would, you know, they'd give them to you.
Handfuls.
Handfuls. Now me, because once again, I was a natural guy.
Right.
Off of a farm, young kid, I was all about the Mother Earth and that whole deal. I was raised that way. When I took some of those pills, look, it was really bad for me. I mean, I would throw up. I would be so daisy. I mean, I was like a daisical. And so I didn't take pills. As a matter of fact, I didn't take pills, man, in junior college. In junior college is when I got my neck hurt. I had all the nerves torn off the muscle. And I wasn't supposed to play anymore. And Nelson, the pain, you know, the pain was excruciating. And that's when I started smoking marijuana. I did. because I didn't take pain pills, but I started smoking marijuana and it subsided the pain. It really did. And I'm like, man, this doesn't hurt as much, man, when I, do a little
A
marijuana.
better choice than opiates, right?
Opiates. And I could sleep. I could go to sleep, and I'm like, oh, if I didn't do that or didn't take the pills, I couldn't go to sleep, man. I mean, I'm hurting badly.
And you got to play the next day.
And I got to play the next day. I went a whole season with this thing, Nelson, this shoulder, this neck. Doctor said, I don't even understand or know how he's playing through this pain.
Happens to many NFL players, doesn't it?
Many NFL players. So what I'm saying is, instead of taking the opioids and those drugs, I did marijuana. I did. These are facts. That's how I had to handle my pain. And I remember the last time I played and my neck got, I hurt my neck again, Nelson. And you remember, that was it. My whole arm went dead. It was all over.
Yeah.
It was done.
I remember when you got hit. I was watching you on TV.
Yes, and coming off of that, I'll get to what about that. But coming off of that, Nelson, the pain was excruciating. People don't live in my body.
I understand.
Let alone dealing with this. You're talking about ankles. You're talking about knees. You're talking about your back. That's why I was going to Dr. Nelson Vetanze, and I was doing something else to help me as far as my pain was concerned. Did not take pain pills. Didn't take the Percocet. Didn't take the Darvocet. Took some Tylenol 3s with codeine in it, and Nelson had sent me into a loop. I was no good during practice. I was fuzzy. Everything was just hazy. And I was wondering, how are these guys taking these pills? Really?
They wonder today even.
Yeah, how are these guys taking these pills? And then go out and perform. I couldn't do it. But if I smoked some marijuana on my day off, which was Tuesdays, and I go up to Idaho Springs, I go up there to relax, sit in that hot water, that mineral water, come back and see you and get adjusted. I was ready to go that Sunday. I
don't think in all those years you never missed an appointment, did you?
I did not miss an appointment.
2 times a week for years.
Well, you told me, Rick, either you're loyal to it or you're not. Either you're committed to it or you're not. If you're not, don't come see me. And that's what I loved about you. It was more than just you working on us as a chiropractic doctor. You were dealing with us mentally as well and helping us build our character. And people don't understand that. But anyway, by coming and seeing you in that hotel, and I said, I want to stay on the natural track. So I didn't do pills. I don't like pills. Even today, I tell the young men, don't do pills, man. These things will get you, and it'll abuse you. So when I retired, Nelson, I was still in so much pain. People don't understand that after you're done playing the game, when your body starts to relax, now all of that dirt, man, starts to come to the surface. Your knees, your ankle, your neck.
Well, you've had
surgery.
You've had surgeries as a result of it.
Yes, I've had 2 discs replaced.
In your neck.
In my neck. So that tells you the type of beating that you take. You know, when they have to start replacing parts, especially in your neck. And so that's why I still come to Dr. Vetanze, because I do it the natural way. And they haven't had to do much surgery on me except for my neck. After all those years. And let me tell you something. And I'm not addicted to anything. I'm not addicted to anything. But I know there was a point in time where I was in so much pain that I said, man, I need to get something. I need to do something, man, to help me. And I went off in a different track, and that was the wrong track because I was trying to find something to help subside the pain. Nelson, I was in pain.
I know.
Excruciating. Not getting maybe 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours of sleep.
I think it's good
because I'm up all night.
I think it's good for the people to hear that around the world that are listening to this, because this is the state of every NFL player right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so some kind of way, we're going to have to make sure that we take care of these young people and take care of the professionals that are out there entertaining and that whole deal. And I know the best way, and I'm just saying, the best way that I know is through CBD. It's helped me out tremendously. Remember when I came back, I had just been diagnosed with leukemia, chronic myelogenous leukemia. And I'm still to this day taking chemotherapy. I take it in pill form every day. And when I got back, my doctor says, I want you to get your counts down. I want the activity down. It's not the blood count, it's the activity at the cellular level is where the trouble is. If there's any trace of it, it'll come back. I tried. I'm taking these pills. I'm doing everything right. Everything. And I can't get that little bit out, that activity at the cellular level.
The cancerous activity.
The cancer activity. None. They want none.
I understand.
And so I'm like, man, what am I going to do, man? I can't get it down. So I said, I had the opportunity to meet, I forget who the gentleman was in that whole deal, but they said, Rick, I want to help you. This is when I got back. I want to help you. I want to give you some product. And it was Josh Stanley. That's who it was. Met Josh Stanley, and he says, Rick, I want to help you. And he gave me a vial. He gave me a vial, and he says, Rick, I want you to take this. This is Charlotte's Web. And it tastes like dirt. It was like 5,000 milligrams in that whole deal. And then he had different type of ratios. 5-to-1, 16-to-1, and that whole deal. He says, try this 25-to-1 first. It was dark and black looking Nelson, and I'm like looking at it, guys, and I'm like, oh my God, what is this? And so he said, Rick, I want you to take as much every day as you possibly can. And I did. Follow the rules. 3 months goes by, I have to go back and get my testing done. When I go back, the doctor tells me, we've achieved the goal. No activity.
For leukemia.
For leukemia.
Wow.
I go into remission.
Wow.
My sleeping now is excellent.
Isn't it great?
I can sleep now, and my mind, I'm like you, I'm a Taurus. And my mind's running all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't sleep when I was playing professionally.
Yeah.
My mind was running all the time. Why didn't I make that play? Why didn't I catch that ball? So my sleeping was horrible. And so I'd go to sleep in meetings. But when I did my cannabis on Tuesday, that's when I got my best rest. So I'm understanding now, with all the compounds that are in one marijuana bud, there's CBD in it. Along with the maybe 250 other compounds that are in marijuana. But just think, just by happen, at that particular time, was I saving myself?
Obviously you were. Obviously you were. And I told him about how you introduced me to this oil, and that little boy was going to die.
Yes.
300 seizures a day.
A day.
I was crying. I'm watching this presentation, and when I saw afterwards what it did, I'm like, I was crying up there that day.
Yes.
I'll never forget that day.
Yeah.
Changed my life.
Yes.
So that's when we met Ryan Kingsbury.
Ryan Kingsbury, yeah, absolutely. No doubt, and Ryan's been great. He's been great working and educating all of us and giving us an opportunity to explain ourselves and how this helps us, and leading us down a road that's saying, you know what, we care about you guys. We care about people. We care about the opiate problems that are out there. And this can help. This can take all of that away. But people have to have an open mind and get rid of the old thoughts of this product and understand that it's revolution. It's revolutionary, and it's taken us to another level where we can save ourselves and our children, and we can save ourselves. So that's what I feel. It's helping me out so much right now as far as my leukemia, with my body aches and my pains and all of those things, Nelson. I just recommend it to anyone.
Amen.
Anyone. And hopefully the National Football League will get a grip on it and say, let's do the research. Let's get these guys, man, on it so that maybe with these concussions, it can help.
Now, you were the top punt returner in football for years. You held Super Bowl records that weren't broken or just recently were, or do you still hold them?
No, they've been broken, but, once again.
I understand, but they were there for years.
Sure.
You were a wide receiver and punt returner, the best in football. Okay. Athlete of the decade for 2 decades, right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So I can see why you didn't sleep. How much? You 165 pounds when you played?
170.
170. Out there on the field, catching a punt return with 11 guys, no different rules then, wanting to rip your head off or kill you. Right? No wonder you couldn't sleep.
Yeah, those are facts.
Yeah, I know.
Those are facts.
Okay, so the players, you guys came in to Dr. V.
Yes.
How many times could I get a treatment during the week? I said, I don't know. How many times do you get hit? That many? So it was on average of twice a week.
Yep.
Okay, and you never missed. A bunch of other teams, players. We went to the Super Bowl together. We've been to several Super Bowls.
Yes.
And you're my brother. You're a lot younger than me.
Yeah, it's evident, isn't it?
And I'm glad to see you here, and I'm so happy we're still together, at this particular time. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Dr. V.
I
love you, man.
Love you, man.
Yep.
All right.